Hi.
What's up?
Starving. Let's order something.
How about your favorite pizza?
Sure. Any activity on the border lately?
Nope. All quiet in the Eastern Front.
Are you expecting anything?
Negative. We are not expecting any activity in the short, medium, and in the long term.
You're that sure?
Of course. Who can challenge the mighty Union Army?
That sounds like a Holovision quiz show question.
Well, you know what I mean. Seriously. From a military point of view, the rogue states are weaker than ever.
I'm working on a new case.
What kind of case? One of your boring cases against scientific living?
No. I have a far more serious case on my hands this time.
More serious than a case involving irrational decision-making? Tell me about it.
I'm investigating a murder case.
You're kidding me. You can't handle a murder.
Is that right? I can handle much more than you think, soldier boy.
Just kidding.
Kidding. Yeah, right.
Come on, Phoenix. You know I was just joking.
Don't give me that, okay?
Just relax, will you? I know one way of making you happy. How about going to my place after dinner?
Oh, sure. So appealing after all your compliments.
Let's go to my place.
No, I can't.
You can't, or you won't.
Sorry, Jean-Michel. This murder case is taking a lot of energy, and I need to focus better.
You know what? In our trainings, they mentioned that sexual activity improves focusing ability in general.
Well, maybe it is not the case for me.
Aw. Come on, Phoenix. Don't be a pooper.
I'm not interested today, okay?
Okay.
I gotta go. I'll see you later. He can be so demoralizing sometimes. Then he expects me to entertain him. No thanks. Wow, this place has a distinct flavor and quality to it. It resembles the clubs I've seen in 100-year-old 2D movies. That door must lead to the backstage. He must be guarding that door, but why? I guess it's part of the ambience. That door must lead to the backstage. He must be guarding... He's the man with the cocktails, and some information, I hope. Hi, I'm Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center.
Hi, Officer Wallace. My name is Fabian. Would you like a refreshing cocktail?
No, not right now. I'm here in an official capacity.
Well then, Officer Wallace, how can I be of help?
Do you know a man by the name of Vasily Bogdanov?
Of course I know Mr. Bogdanov. He is one of my regulars here, although I haven't seen him lately.
Well, I regret to tell you that Mr. Bogdanov is no longer with us.
Oh, you mean he skipped town?
No, he didn't skip town. Mr. Bogdanov is dead.
He died? In an accident or something?
No, he was murdered in a rogue state. But this information is confidential and you're not to tell the others.
Oh, of course not, Officer Wallace. Confidentiality is my second name. Can I ask how he died?
I'll get to that later. First, I need to ask questions.
I will do everything I can to be helpful, Officer Wallace.
Fabian, when did you last see Mr. Bogdanov?
Probably some evening during the first week of April. I don't know. The days all run into each other.
Did you engage in a conversation with him that night?
Sure, Mr. Bogdanov was a very talkative man and very likable, I should add.
How would you describe your relationship with him?
Well, I was his bartender and he was my customer. But as you probably know, Officer Wallace, in my line of business, tend to get to know our customers pretty well.
Actually, I was counting on that, Fabian. Can you say you were close to Mr. Bogdanov?
It depends on what kind of closeness you are referring to, officer.
Of course, I mean the type of friendship in which he might have confided in you.
Oh, that kind of friendship. Well, you could say that I have a sympathetic ear.
How long have you been working here, at the Stardust?
Almost 10 years now. I am at the top of the seniority list.
And before that?
I traveled through Europe. I didn't want to live in this town at that time.
Oh, are you originally from here?
Yes, I am.
Then I can imagine why you skipped down for a long time.
You mean you know about the history of the city?
Yes, I'm from this place as well.
Were you here during the bloodbath?
Right in the middle of it. I lost my biological family and was abandoned on the streets during that savage riot.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Officer Wallace. I guess we are both scarred for life. How did you survive on the streets? Can you recall?
I can't recall much. Sometimes I have horrific flashbacks. I was found by Amnesty International, alone, frightened, and hungry on the streets.
Well, at least we were lucky enough to survive all that. Many of the people I knew from my youth did not.
How about you? How did you survive?
My bio family took me to the hills, along with many others. We spent the entire winter there until the Union Army arrived and put a stop to all the atrocities. We barely survived the harsh winter. If the Union Army hadn't arrived, we would have perished in the hills.
Anyone who survived that carnage owes their life to the Union Army. Did Mr. Bogdanov ever mention anything about his past?
No, come to think of it, the subject never came up.
And you never thought to ask?
Officer Wallace, it is not my business to ask my customers personal questions like that. I am here only to listen and to make comments about the things they choose to share with me.
I respect your professionalism. What determines your code of conduct?
You mean my company rules? It is the Guild of Personnel Service Professionals, the PSP.
You mean you're in the same guild with the male prostitutes?
Yes, I am. It is not something to be proud of, but nevertheless, some high executives think bartenders please their customers in a similar way that prostitutes do. I don't mind, because the PSP is good at providing training for my professional development and protecting my rights.
So, Mr. Bogdanov never chose to open the subject about his past?
No, Officer Wallace, he did not.
In that case, you're probably not aware that he was a recent immigrant.
He was a recent immigrant? No, I had no idea. Where from?
He immigrated from the rogue state of Russia. Thanks for the information. I shouldn't take more of your time today, but I might come back with more questions later.
Certainly, Officer Wallace.
I love that old-fashioned wooden bar. That looks like a security professional. But why